Listen, so all your homeowners out there, or anyone who's aspiring to be a homeowner, I want to tell you something right now, okay? Something that's really important. HOA is the worst. It is the worst. It's like a mafia. Those guys are horrible. It's just a bunch of housewives, in the neighborhood that have nothing else to do but just nitpick and get on everyone about their property. There recently was a video that I saw where someone was being harassed, and you wouldn't even believe why they're being harassed by the HOA for this good, kind thing that they were doing. Let me share with you this video and give you guys my comments.
David Martin works out of his garage making one-of-a-kind sneakers. But it's what he's doing on his driveway that's creating a bit of controversy in his Goodyear neighborhood.
I don't feel that I'm doing anything wrong. I think I'm doing what we're supposed to do, which is taking care of people around us.
4 years ago, during the COVID crisis, Martin and his wife set up a free water stand in front of their house as a goodwill gesture.
What's up, Larry?
Very nice.
Inviting neighbors, kids, and delivery drivers to stop by every day to grab a cold one.
What do you think about David giving out free water?
I think it's fantastic.
I figured what better way to be an asset to the community than cold water.
The free water stand was such a hit, the Martins kept it going.
Thank you.
Stocking up on water while paying for most of it out of their own pocket. Some neighbors have also stepped up to help.
Every year, I'm sure I get about 30 or 40 flats of water. Sometimes I open the front door and there's 2 flats. I don't know who dropped them off.
That's nice.
It's just a surprise and it's fun.
But the goodwill gesture appears to have hit a snag. Back in May, the Martins received a notice from FS Residential, the management company that oversees the Canyon Trails Homeowners Association. The Martins were cited for storing items in plain view and were fined $50. The fines were increased to $100 a month in June, July, and August.
It's absolutely asinine. I don't understand. I'm sorry. I don't care that it's blue and gray and my house is tan and brown. It's a water cooler with cold water for the community.
Martin tells us he was contacted by his HOA a couple years ago and was under the impression it was okay to have the water stand. What he wants to know now is, why is this an issue again after all these years?
I just don't understand what fight they have, why they want to fight, because I've made it very, very clear I'm not stepping away. I'm not putting the cooler away.
Arizona's family has reached out to the HOA and management company and asked them to explain their position and whether there could be some type of resolution.
Listen, that's why I cannot stand HOA. I love the fact that he had the sign there that said, get some free water, even you, HOA. You can tell he's not being rebellious. He's just trying to do something for the community, which is an awesome thing to do. Everyone is communicating, everyone is talking, is sharing a nice cold bottle of water. That is awesome. Isn't that what a community is supposed to do? Nowadays, no one talks to their neighbors. This guy is creating something where you get to talk to your neighbors. Everyone gets to know each other. And here comes HOA, trying to ruin a good thing. These guys are like the mafia, man. These guys are the worst. And the funny thing about this, when I saw this video, I had to react and share this to you guys, is that in my neighborhood, I was recently approached to be a part of the HOA board. And I thought about it for like a second, and I said, hell no. I do not want that responsibility. I don't want the responsibility to be having to nitpick on people for certain things that they do. And to be quite honest with you, if I was on that board, nothing would get passed. I think you need everyone to vote on it. I would not be voting for a lot of things, okay? I feel like you could communicate with your neighbor, you can have a conversation with them, and talk your way through. You do not need HOA for anything. Now, I do understand in some communities, you might get some of those knuckleheads that's doing a bunch of crazy stuff around their home, not cutting the grass, wants to decide to paint their house pink. I get it. That's extreme situations where HOA is necessary. But outside of that, I do not find them necessary at all. At all. And to go back to my story, when I was asked to become a member of the HOA, I said no. I found out a few days later, someone prior had quit because they were too stressed out. Okay? They were too stressed out for working in HOA. It's not supposed to be a stressful position, but this person was too stressed out and was replaced by someone else, with someone else that had actually asked me to step in and take over the HOA because they most likely found it to become a very stressful thing that they just do not want to deal with. Listen, I love my neighbors, right? I love my neighbors. Do I communicate with them? Not really. Say hi, keep it moving. I don't have long conversations, but everyone respects people. We all respect one another. We do not need someone walking around saying you parked a little crooked, you know, the light, you need to pressure wash your driveway because it has a little mildew on it. I got that before. I couldn't even see the mildew, but they said I had it. All these little things that they're nitpicking on, nah. If you guys have any HOA stories, man, drop it down below because I think these guys are the worst. I feel like most of these communities should not have HOA. The amount that they charge to me is just criminal.